Welcome to the Village of Washingtonville work session meeting. If we could all please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by a moment of silence for the victims of Virginia Beach. Pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Does everyone have an agenda? Agenda for the night?
Hi, everyone. People don't like alcohol. What's going on here?
All right, just a few announcements. The United States flags have been ordered lowered by President Trump until Tuesday, June 4th, in honor of the Virginia Beach victims. Monday, June 10th, Assemblyman Colin Schmidt will be honoring students of achievement at the Washingtonville Middle School starting at 6:30. Saturday, June 15th, I will be partnering with Assemblyman Schmidt for the Youth Anti-Vaping Forum at the Washingtonville High School. That starts at 9 a.m. Friday, July 5th, Washingtonville Events Committee will be bringing back fireworks here in the village at Vernon Park. I'm sure we'll be talking a little bit more about that in a while. Our police booth is being refurbished at the Washingtonville High School by the Washingtonville woodshop classes. I'm hoping that that's completed within the next 2 weeks. Village Board has been working on a master plan, taking its first step in creating a commercial buildings business zone along the east side of 208 heading south. Our attorney is working on the information for the public hearing. I'm excited about this. Monday, June 10th through Thursday, June 13th, technicians will be at the wastewater treatment plant site working on the initial startup of motor control centers. Once satisfied, it will allow the contractors to finish phase 1 and enter phase 2. The date of completion is still slated for November of this year. Okay. But before we get started, just have one more announcement, and it's the Citizen of the Year Award. Something that was started a few years ago. It gives me great pleasure to present the Village of Washingtonville Citizen of the Year Award to Rebecca Ames. Rebecca has given. Thank you. Rebecca has given timeless service and commitment to our community. Her enthusiasm is contagious. On behalf of myself, Trustee Paul Lang, Richard Kalor, Diane Mack, Valerie Lodato, and all the residents, I thank you for your enduring dedication, inspiration, and commitment to the Village of Washingtonville.
I came here for something else.
Now's the time to ask for it, Rebecca.
Thank you. Oh, wow, this is super official. Oh, thank you.
You finished with the fluff up to the face.
You want to take that back? It's going to come out of my taxes? Oh, okay.
$1,300.
Take a picture real quick with her.
Sorry.
Want to hold this for me?
Sure.
Okay, I can't get a picture of all of you, but that's all right, I got it.
We can Photoshop them.
But you look patriotic, red, white, and blue there.
There you
go.
Big smiles on 3. 1, 2, and 3. Stay there for one more.
Yeah, wait.
I don't know if she could be any happier. Good. Thank you. Perfect. So,
Thank
Thank you.
I should have known you guys would know just for alcohol.
well, you never know. Yeah.
See how they all come out when you mention alcohol? Okay, so first on the agenda, we're not going to table it. We will, Washingtonville Events Committee.
Me? Okay.
Now go get him, slugger.
Yeah.
Go get
So in lieu of this amazing award, and part of the enthusiasm that has just been awarded, we're back here again for date night, asking whether or not we could have vendors on site that would distribute alcohol just for the band portion of the evening, not into the evening with the movie. We are aware of the sign that's currently at Burn Allen and the law that prohibits alcohol from being served there. However, other municipalities in the area are doing something similar. South Blooming Grove is having their community day with a beer truck. I hear the town of Blooming Grove is doing a food truck festival that's also going to include alcohol. We are the village that houses the oldest winery in America. And we're building a really good relationship with them, and we want them to be able to do tastings and to sell their bottles of wine on site as they do at the farmers market. And we also are trying to build a relationship with the Newburgh Brewery, and the owner is a Village of Washingtonville resident, and he would love to come back to his hometown and do like a brew bus, if possible. So we're just trying to make some connections. We're not asking for the entire law to be changed. We're just asking for certain allowances during date night, if possible.
All the date nights, or just?
We'll go big.
Yeah.
We'll start with all the date nights.
It's like a union contract.
I mean, it's a negotiation, so we'll start with the biggest and then see where we end up.
And I think just not as a member of the events committee, but as a business owner, you know, I think you can try this for the 4 weeks, and if it doesn't work out or anybody gets, you know, misbehaves, you could always, you know, pull it if it's not appropriate. But during the time the band plays is only an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes. So if you were to approve it, you could always, pull it. And of course, the events committee, I'm sure, would recognize that if anything did happen and it wasn't working out. But I do hope the village board, every other municipality does this. I know it's a concern. It's a concern for everybody because those are family-friendly events. But I would hope everybody would consider voting yes to try it this 4-week series.
I have a question on the legality, because we already discussed this and voted on it.
I spoke to our insurance company because that was one of the biggest problems. And we are not liable for it.
No, but I'm talking about just, we've already discussed this, had a
I
motion,
think you looked
voted on
into,
it.
yeah, I think you looked into 2018, being that this is 2019. It's a whole new. So what we would do is write something where just during these 4 nights with the dates, allow alcohol in Vern Allen Park during these hours. We will not be liable at all, like I said, from our insurance carrier, Marshall & Sterling. It's like if somebody was to get a bad hot dog. Because I think that was one of the concerns, that if someone was leaving the premises and something happened, that we would be liable for, and that's one of the questions, like I said, I asked. So all our liability is gone as far as this events.
That's an insurance company,
That's the insurance
Is that an attorney telling you that, or the insurance company just saying? Do you have anything from the insurance company?
No,
I could
provide that.
I just don't, I'm still stuck on it's only time, during the time of the band. And,
Well, usually once the band is done and the
I
sun
know,
is
but
setting,
it's not-
everybody's packing up and going.
yeah, and it's not, but I think it's not gonna end at the band, and I think we're opening a can of worms.
I'm up to trying it, one time, seeing how it
We went
goes.
through a lot of trouble to pass the alcohol provision back in 2017, specifically to include any village-owned property. We had a big discussion on that. And we did that in 2017 to amend chapter 45, local law 3. We could vote on it. I just don't, I think it's just opening up. The insurance company says there's no liability. Okay. I believe that.
Each of our vendors on site has to be insured and
I
name the village as
understand, yeah, I
additional
understand.
insured.
But it's not, it's just, I hate to say, it's like, give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Somebody else wants to rent the park the following week, and, well, the events committee used alcohol, why can't we have alcohol for this birthday party? And it just goes on and on and
That's
on.
what the law would, that's what our provision would say in the law, that it's strictly during these times.
So just for us.
And it would have to be vendor issued. You
Yeah.
couldn't bring your
And
own
you can't bring
to
your
the
own.
park.
I know exactly what I'm saying. So they want the birthday party the following week, wants to bring a vendor in, a beer
Or
truck.
they have to get a license from us. And at that point, we could say we're not.
Because we have our own
License.
permits for the events in that respect. It's, you don't have to do it for everybody.
Right.
You just make certain exceptions for certain bigger events that serve the community, rather than a birthday party that serves a family.
One of the things that I know I would be opposed of is Witchington.
Yes, because it's
Okay.
more of a
Because it's
family,
more children.
children
It's more children.
event, yes.
Uh,
We had the same discussion last year, when I was actually. in
Right,
the
and
seat
we
as well.
wouldn't ask for it for Witchingtonville.
No.
It's way too many people to control, and
Yes.
we wouldn't
Right.
want that.
But I think, it's a trial, and if it falls flat on its face, then we know we can't do it.
Well, and we also have to think about it, because we just, as our own entity, as an events council, my name is on that. My personal name is on that. So that makes me very responsible and feel very responsible for how these events are held and what happens at these events. So that's not something that I take lightly either. That's the other side of this. And I think it's, we want to try this, we want this to be successful, we don't want this to get out of hand. And we are so very willing to work together with the village, with the police, to control this and to at least have an open conversation about, okay, so how do we see this happening and how can we move forward? How do we control it without it make it fun, but without it getting out of hand? And we also want to do, something for the adults at the events, not just for, it's families, which
Date
also
night is
include
more for the
adults.
kids and,
Yeah.
or not, is more for the adults.
Yes.
Right, Witchingtonville is more for the kids. So having that accessible in a responsible way, and like Micah said, all of our names are on that. And I have a family just as well, but I would keep that in mind responsibly, you know what I mean?
Right.
If I were a visitor to Washingtonville and went to one of those events with my kids, still gonna be responsible, I think. I think
As
that's
is
we're looking
every
at-
adult that attends any other event that's happening in other
Exactly.
municipalities. I mean,
Exactly.
nobody's going around just getting rip roaring drunk at all these things just because.
And we're looking at what type of wine and beer, or just beer, or just wine?
Wine, beer, and then there's also one vendor that's interested in, she does margaritas, right, like the margarita truck? Right? Martha?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't heard from them.
Somebody, I'm like, I'm looking for someone, I'm like,
Yeah, I usually get them when they're officially signed up, but these are conversations that
Yes.
are networking, but they haven't officially signed
But
up, because we don't have anything in place to offer them
Right.
yet.
And did she say she could do Prosecco? I mean, if it had to be wine and beer, could you do Prosecco?
She can only do margaritas.
Oh, she can only do margaritas, okay.
Do the adults get wristbands or something? Keeps track of,
Your IDs.
just the vendor checks the ID and then they walk away. The only concern is they walk away with 2 drinks, they give it to somebody underage. A lot of events have the armbands, so we can tell who should have alcohol, who
You
shouldn't.
know, wristbands are something very easily to be meddled with, I think IDs are not. So I think once you take that, so once we take that responsibility as an events council on us, that is a big liability towards us as well. So I would leave that with the vendor at that point. You cart them,
Because it's their,
and it's their
liquor license.
it's their liquor license, it's not us.
It's
So I would
the-
not opt for
What about
any
the
kind of.
wristbands though that are a little bit more permanent when you go to the water park, they're difficult to get off, you get home, you have to cut it off?
Yeah,
What about
we
something
still
like
wouldn't
that?
want to be responsible for that. I can't tell you if your ID is fake or not,
No.
We
you
could
know,
talk
and it's
to-
not our liquor license.
Well, I was saying hand it to the vendor.
Yeah, we can talk to
Oh,
the
I mean, we
vendors
could,
about-
we
Yeah,
could
ask
hand
the
out the
vendor to give
vendor.
us
Something
hours,
was
it's
more
like the